Hey there, and welcome to today's class. Today we'll be doing a full body yoga routine just to keep our bodies nice and active and moving, as well as some of the poses might have alternative postures, just for those of us looking to go a little bit deeper into our stretch. So we're going to begin in a child's pose. So we'll have our big toes touching, with our knees as wide as the mat. And we're just going to walk our hands out in front of us, sinking our chest and our head down, resting our forehead down to the mat, as we just lay here for a few breaths, just to bring our focus to our body, our mind, and our breath. As we take a nice deep breath in through your nose, feeling your ribs and your back and chest expand, and relaxing as you let it out through the nose or the mouth. Taking another deep breath in, and a cleansing breath out. Then lifting your left shoulder slightly, you're going to slide your right arm underneath your left armpit as you bring your right shoulder down as we come into a variation of thread the needle, turning our head to gaze to the left. Coming out of our pose, bring our right hand back out in front of us, and sliding our left arm underneath our right armpit as we bring our left shoulder down, moving on to the other side. Coming back to center, keeping our hands out in front of us, we're going to walk our hands slightly out further, just to get a nice little extra stretch and lengthening in our spine. And then bring our hands back. Push ourselves up, coming into a seated position on our shins. If this feels a little bit too uncomfortable, you can move over onto your with a cross-legged. And then bring your hands out in front of you. You're going to clasp your hands together, interlacing your fingers. We're going to roll our wrists out, starting off small, and slowly getting bigger and bigger as we move in the one way. And then we can change over in the other. Then releasing our hands and shaking our wrists out. We take our left arm and just swing it across our body to the right. And with our right arm hooking underneath, just pulling our left arm slightly closer to our chest. Feeling a nice little stretch in our arms and our shoulders. And releasing your arm. And with your right arm swinging across your body, and with your left hooking underneath and just pulling it closer, feeling that nice little stretch in your arm. And releasing yourself, you can come over to meet in a tabletop. So with your shoulders stacking over your wrists and your hips over your knees, we're going to go into some barrel rolls. So taking a breath in, we're going to dip our belly down, lifting our chin up as we lean to the left. And as you exhale, rounding your back out, chin to chest, as you move to the right. Inhale for your belly down. And exhale to round. Just going this left and right motion. Just feeling out your body. And you can change over the other direction. And then coming back to center at a neutral spine, we're going to extend our right leg out and lift it up, bringing it in line with our spine. And then with our left hand, we're going to reach out in front of us, making a nice straight line from our fingertips all the way to our heel. Holding here for a breath in our balancing tabletop. And on an exhale, you're going to bend your knee and your elbow, bring them together into a crunching motion. Inhale to extend out. Exhale to crunch. Inhale out. Exhale to crunch. And on an inhale, you can either choose just going to your balancing tabletop, or you have the option to bend your back leg and with your left hand reaching back, grabbing onto your foot, and choosing to either stay here, or you can go kick your foot away, falling over, kick your foot away, arching your back into a tiger pose. And then releasing your foot, bringing your knee and your hand back down, and you can move on to the other side. So extending your left leg out, lifting it up in line with your spine, and with your right hand reaching out in front of you, holding here for a breath in. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale to open out. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. And inhale, choosing to either go into a balancing tabletop, reaching back to grab your foot, or kicking your foot away into your tiger. And releasing your foot, bring your foot, your knee and hand back down. And then tucking back both your back toes, you're going to lift your knees up and then raise your hips, pushing back into a downward facing dog. And from our down dog, we can just pedal it out, bringing one heel down at a time, feeling a nice little stretch in the backs of our legs and our thighs. And then keeping your left foot grounded, we're going to take a breath in as you raise our right leg up, keeping your legs straight into a three-legged dog. And on your exhale, placing your right foot between your hands, you turn your back heel, coming to meet me in a warrior two. So with your front knee bent over your front ankle, and having a straight line from your front fingertips to the back. And then flipping your front palm, throwing it over your head, and either dropping your back hand to your back leg, or doing a half bind behind your back for reverse warrior. Moving back into your warrior two, you place your right elbow onto your front knee. With your left hand, you're going to bring it down to the mat, grazing the mat. Just before you open up, lifting it over your head, open your chest out into an extended side angle. Here you have another few options. You can either stay as is. You can take your right hand, extend it out, bring it in parallel with your top hand. Or if you're up for it, you can go into a full bind. So with your right hand coming in between your legs and your left hand reaching behind you, seeing you can clasp your hands together. And then coming out of your extended side angle, bring both hands down to the mat and stepping back into a high plank. Holding your full breath in. And on your exhale, you can drop your knees down to the mat before lowering your chest and your chin all the way down. And then pushing your chest up, keeping your hips down as we raise our chest, rolling our shoulders back for a cobra. For exhaling, tucking our toes back into a downward dog. Moving on to the other side, inhale to lift your left leg up for a three-legged dog. Exhale, placing foot down as you open up into your warrior two. Really engaging your core, keeping your balance. Taking some nice even breaths. Then flipping your front palm, throwing it over your head, and with your back hand either down to your leg or half bind for reverse warrior. Coming back into your warrior two, bringing left elbow to front knee, and with your right hand coming down, grazing the mat like you're going through grass. Before lifting your right hand over your head, extended side angle, and either staying as is, bringing left hand in parallel with your right, or going into a full bind, so your left hand between your legs, and right hand behind. Then releasing yourself from your bind, placing both hands down to the mat, stepping back into a plank, holding here for a breath in, and on the exhale you have the option to drop your knees again, or you can keep them straight as you lower your whole body down to chaturanga. Inhale to push your chest up for your cobra, before exhaling back into your downward dog. Moving back to our right side, inhale to lift our right leg up, and then we'll stack our right hip over our left, coming to a split dog, bending your right knee, making your right knee the highest point of your body. Before exhaling, placing your right foot next to your right hand as you come into a lizard, and then dropping your back knee as you just hold here in our pose. And then shifting your weight onto your right foot, and twist yourselves as we come into a side lunge. So depending on how deep you can go, you can either keep your left foot grounded, or you can twist your left foot to come onto your heels, putting all your weight into your right foot for a Skandasana. And then twisting, facing back to the top of the mat. You keep your left hand grounded down, and with your right hand you're going to reach up, open your chest to the right to come into a side, into a twist. Bring your right hand down to the mat, stepping back into your plank, holding for a breath in, exhale to lower down, inhale to push up for your cobra, or maybe even lift your thighs up for an upward dog, before exhaling back into your downward dog. Moving on to the other side, left leg going up, stacking left hip over right as you bend your left knee. For exhaling, bring your left hand next to left pinky finger and dropping your knee into your lizard. And then shifting your weight over into your left foot, dropping your hips down either into a side lunge or twisting your right toes pointing up into your Skandasana. Moving back to face the top of your mat, right hand grounded as you open your chest out to the left arm raising up for your twist. Bring your left hand back down. For the last time, stepping back into a high plank. Holding to breathe in. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to go into your back bend of choice. Before exhaling back into your downward dog. And then from your down dog, you can walk your hands through the back of the mat. Come to meet me in a forward fold. And then we can just take a few breaths, just to relax. Swaying our body from side to side. Grabbing onto your elbows for a ragdoll. You feel a nice little gentle release in our lower backs. Then releasing your arms if you're holding onto them. Then heel toe your feet together so your feet are together. And on your breath in, you're going to bend your knees, dropping your hips. So you raise your hands up above your head as you come into a chair. Here you can just go as low as you can, focusing on keeping your knees behind your front toes. And then bring palms together up to heart center. We're going to turn to the left, bringing our right elbow to our left knee, coming into a twist. And either staying here as is, or you can bring your right hand down, left hand up. Coming out of your twist, straightening your legs, just relaxing for a breath. And then when you're ready, exhaling, bending knees, dropping hips back down. And then bringing palms together up to heart center, twisting to the right, to hook our left elbow to our right knee. And an option to open your arms out, left arm up, down, right arm up. Coming out of your twist, straightening your legs out. And you're going to walk your hands out in front of you. You're going to come meet me laying on your bellies. Legs out straight, arms by your side. I'm going to go into a locust. So once you're ready, you're going to take a breath in. And as you do, you're going to lift your chest up, followed by raising your legs and your arms reaching as far back as you can. Really engaging your core and your back muscles to hold you up. As you hold here for 2, 3, 4, and you can release and relax. On the next one, you have the option to continue with locust, or we can go into a bow pose. So bending both your knees, grabbing your feet with your hands. And once you're ready, taking a breath in, you're going to kick your feet away, raising your chest and your legs. As we hold here, floating onto our bellies. As we hold here for 2, 3, 4, before releasing and relaxing. Moving on to a sphinx, and have our forearms out in front of us with our elbows below our shoulders. And taking a breath in, we're going to raise our chest out, rolling our shoulders back away from our ears. Opening our chest out as we feel a nice little stretch in our lower backs. And then bending your left leg, you're going to bring your left knee up in line with your left hip, coming into a half frog. And with your right hand, like we did earlier, we're going to slide it underneath our left armpit. And then keeping our left arm or our right arm and left leg in place, we're going to twist our bodies up, coming to a supine twist. Bring our left shoulder down. As we just lay here for a few breaths. And then slowly twisting to the other side. Turning back into a sphinx. And we can move on, straightening our left leg as we raise our right knee up in line with our hips. And with our left hand sliding underneath our right armpit as we keep twisting over, back into our supine twist. And staying on your back, you're going to bring your right leg next to your left leg. And then bending both your knees. You're going to place your left ankle onto your right knee. You're going to go into a variation of bridge. So putting all the weights onto your right foot, you're going to raise your hips up. Bringing your hips in line with your leg. There's a nice straight line from your knee to your shoulders. You're going to hold here. And very slowly lowering our hips back down. We can swap our legs over to the other side. So left foot down, right foot on left knee. And on your breath in, lift your hips up. Make a nice line from your knee to your shoulders. And then very slowly dropping your hips back down. And you can place your right foot down, which you can just knock our knees from side to side. Just release any tension we might be feeling in our backs. Before bringing both our feet together, as we just let our knees fall down to the side in a reclined down pose. And then placing your right hand on your belly, left hand onto your chest, closing your eyes. And just lay here and breathe. And then choosing to stay as is, or you can straighten both your legs out. Bring your arms by your sides to come meet me in our Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath in and letting it out through the mouth. Waking your body up by wiggling your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. And then raise your hands above your head, clasping your hands together as we do a nice full body stretch. And keeping your eyes still closed, you have the option to stay laying on your back. You can come meet me in a seated position. And you just take a few moments just to reflect, take notice of how we feel, soaking up the feelings of the practice, and giving ourselves a little mental pat on the back, making time for ourselves and looking after ourselves. And then once you're ready, you can bring your palms together up to our center. We take one last breath in, and on our exhale, bowing to close our practice. Hope you all enjoyed that. Hope you felt some benefits, felt a little bit challenged at times. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else you would like me to do. And I hope to see you again soon on the yoga mat.